So do you want to talk about, I have read bits of your book and, finding your true North Star. And I do want to read just a little bit of it, just because I do find this first bit quite funny, and I do really like it. So it says, discovering one's life purpose has become a trend in spiritual and self-help circles. It has become something people promise you can discover in a weekend workshop or by doing a 6-week online course. I mean, you can't.
I think it's a lifetime. Well, for me, it's been a lifetime of work, and I think it keeps going, and it'll be like until I die. I'll still be working towards finding my true north and my purpose. So why I refer to, just to explain I refer to the true north, is because that used to be the guiding star in ancient times that people used to help direct them in life. And so, we're always wanting to relight or have a spark within us to give us joy in life, and to be able to love ourselves and love the life that we're living. And so I wanted to write a book to help people to relight their star, because I'm sure at some point in their life they did, were started on purpose, were living a life of joy, but then things have happened over time that would start dimming that light for them. And then they've lost direction on their path in life as well. But yes, life is a lesson, but then also it's important to want to be able to explore that, be willing to explore that within yourself, because it does take a lot of personal responsibility to do so. And a lot of people are fearful of that. I use judgment as one of those examples. It's like if you criticize someone or judge someone for something, then often that's a reflection actually of something that you're not happy within yourself. And then that's one way of always, starting to pick up on yourself. It's like, well, I'm trying to think I can't think of an example of why I might judge someone. Say they're, I think someone's overeating and being gluttonous, and I think, oh my God, can you believe how much that person's eating? And it's like, oh, hang on a second, what area in my life am I being gluttonous or being greedy and taking in too much? And then reflecting on that. And it might not relate to food, but it might relate to some other area in my life, in a community, or, where another project or something like that.
It's so funny that when we do work in the headspace, it's like we do all of a sudden go to, there's overthinking, but you do judge a lot more. So I know that we had a chat about this offline, but you do really need to align with your heart space, don't you, in order to kind of to push forward. Do you want to talk about that that clear alignment and knowing that you are in your heart, because it does also help with manifestation as well,
Sure. So often, most of us always think with the brain, and that's what it's there for. But when we make decisions, it's rather than making it from that center up here, it's about wanting to make decisions from the heart space. So when that means then we're more in alignment with what it is our heart wants for us, what our soul wants for us, our own divine self wants for us, so that we are then moving on that true path forward that we are meant to be following, and in alignment with what the heart wants. Because these are two completely different vibrations. We do need the conscious mind in order to help us to do things on schedule, to keep things in balance as well, and to critique. But when we're wanting to make decisions for our life and ourselves, it's really good to touch in with the heart space and say, well, what does my heart want for me in this decision? What do I want for myself with love? Is this choice a loving choice for myself? So I have to practice regularly getting out of my head and into my heart, because it's so easy to come out of this space, because, my whole life, over 50 years, I've been thinking with this one. And it takes practice. Everything takes practice. And that's one of the things I keep reinforcing through the book. Everything needs repetition, because you've been wired one way. Every time you do something, an activity, you're strengthening that pathway. And same with your thought patterns. you keep thinking the same way, it's reinforcing that same belief system, those same limiting beliefs and judgments. And it's about training yourself to then pause, stop yourself, come down into the heart space,